Nice to see everybody today. Thanks for joining. Hope you're excited. I got the jitters, a bit nervous. Always a bit nervous before doing these. Today what we're going to be doing is the alien egg chamber from the movie Alien. So I grabbed some pictures for us today. So let me pull up some reference. Here we go. Now, this is what it looks like. So if you remember from the film, if you've seen the movie, it's a great movie. They find this alien spacecraft crashed on a strange alien planet. They go inside, and at the very kind of the depths of this spaceship, they find this chamber with all of these eggs, and these are the eggs that the facehugger comes out of, you know, in the film. So this is kind of a, I'll zoom on this one a little bit of a bad resolution there, but it's this like bizarre snaky tunnel thing, and yeah, it's very, very weird. You've got this weird like kind of haze, and also here, this is what the eggs look like, the alien eggs. So we're gonna try and make this today. All right, so those of you who are new to the show, so the rules are I can't use any external assets. I can't use any texture files, any pre-made models, nothing. We're gonna start from scratch with no prep, jump in, and I've got 1 hour to make an image. Okay, deep breath. Sci-Fi Blitz, episode 5. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the clean slate. And we're going to begin with the egg. I think that's a good place to start. I'll start with the UV sphere. I'll go ahead and shade smooth. I'm going to scale it up on the Z, grab it up on the Z a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and enter edit mode. Now with the egg, it's got this like kind of 4-way lip thing going on. Just checking the reference. So let's see. What we're going to do is we will grab this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. I'm going to switch to transparent mode. Look at it from the side right here. I'm going to hit B for box select, and I'm going to shift B to deselect all these. So we've just got this top section selected. Okay, now with this top section selected, we're going to hit Control B to bevel, and I'm going to pull out just a little bit. I want to make sure I don't intersect too badly up here at the top. I'll undo that, and I'll turn off transparent mode so I can see this really clearly. Control B, bevel, and we're just going to pull it out just so it gets real close right in there. Let's see, what do I need to do for that? I need to cut it down the middle and then cut it down the middle again. And then I need to switch to transparent mode. So everything that's right here, and then box select everything right here. And then I'm gonna hit delete the vertices. So we just have this little edge here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go over to modifiers. And I'm gonna set a mirror modifier. And we're gonna do mirroring on the X and the Y just to bring that all around. Now, this bit here, what I can do is I could probably get rid of, I'll get rid of those vertices. So we just have a gap here. Now I need to kind of change the flow here so I can get it to do what I want it to do, I think. So I'm gonna get the knife tool. Let me just think about this. I think, I just wanna cut this across the side here. So I'll get the knife tool out. And I'll just grab this and just bring it right there and then hit enter. So now what I do, if I grab a loop selection, it's gonna go like that. So it's gonna follow the flow. Once we merge this in, it's gonna follow the flow up like that. Let's see, I could also probably deal with this a little bit better. Maybe, it probably doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I'll just grab this vertice at least, and I'll double tap G to kind of drag it out so they're not so tight. I think that'll be good, and I'll leave it like that for now. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this mirror modifier. So I'm gonna go to edit mode, right here, click apply. So, all right, now I forgot to do that bit. So let's not apply that. Bring it back, and let's do the same thing here. So we'll delete these vertices, and let's see, I'm gonna grab that knife tool again, and I'll just do the same thing here. So grab here, bam, bam, and enter. There we go. It looks like we've got some kind of doubled up vertex. Let me do that again. Grab this one, come to here, hit enter, bingo. Okay, perfect. Now I should be able to apply this mirror modifier. Come out and apply, and bingo. All right, now, let's see. I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna grab this edge. So now you can see, because I made that cut, right? When I click this now, it's selecting that whole, actually it's not really what's going on. If I select it, if I select that bit now, because I made that knife cut, it like goes down, curves back up. So it's able to select that whole bit for me so I can use that. So let's grab the edge here. That's this inner loop, and I'm gonna hit E to extrude, and I'm gonna scale it like this. Just scale it in, and just making sure. I want to make sure that goes in. That looks pretty good. I might just keep on scaling it. I'm not sure how deep I want this to go. Let's bring this up like that. And then I think what I want to do is maybe hit E one more time and then scale these guys all down to the center. So scale 0, possibly. And maybe grab it up on the Z. I'm kind of guessing here what the result that's going to give us. Let's go ahead and throw on a subdivision surface modifier. Okay, and I'll pop this to 2 subdivisions. You can see what we're getting. We get this like kind of lip shape to it. Now I need to take these guys right here, and what we're going to do is let's see. I'll select this whole group up here, this top set. There we go. Bam, and I'll grab that too, and that, and all these. Just making sure that I just have this top set, so this top group. And I think I could just hit E to extrude on all that and scale out, and that's going to do what I want it to do. Yep, I'll bring it up a little bit as well. So now we got that nice shape that we're looking for. Now I need to, let's see, we're getting some, this is a bit too harsh, I think that little line there. So let's see, let me go to wireframe view. Do I have it selected? Yes, I need to grab this one. Nope, come on. Turn off in edit mode, there we go. Select that, select that, select that, and select that, and yep, and then double tap G and just slide. Double tapping G just slides it along the sort of the edges that it's already connected to, if you're not familiar with that. So anyways, let's go back into shaded view. All right, that's good. Now let's think, what else do we want? There's kind of this like bloated expansion to this bit here. So I'm going to grab some vertices, maybe these 3, and these 3, and these 3. Probably could have kept that mirror modifier on there to be able to make all that easier, but that's all right. Let's turn on proportional editing. I wonder what kind of effect this is going to have, having all of those selected. Probably not the effect I want, to be honest. I probably just need to do this and then scale up, and I can bring this down. That way I'm able to just scale that group. There we go. That's what I wanted. So I'm just going to do this for each of these. It's all right if they're not the same, because it's in a really organic object, this thing. There we go. All right, now the top, I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to use a displacement modifier, and that's going to create some bloat, which will actually kind of seal up these edges for us. I am going to need to take this section here and let's expand it out. I'll drag this out. The proportional editing. It's not really a good view. So let's do that. I'll take this whole group and I'll grab it up. And so, oh wait, I was grabbing the. So I didn't have transparent mode on. Did you see that? So I was affecting only just one side. Classic error there. Always remember to turn on transparency. All right, let's double tap A and go back into this and select again all of these guys. Let's scale this on the Z. All right, now let's see. What else can we do? Let's I'll go ahead and name this my egg. Now they kind of sit on this landscape, right? And they sit all over the place. So if you look at, let's look at this reference. You can kind of see they're all like kind of tilted in slightly different angles, and there's sort of a randomness to their placement. So we need to actually use, I think, a particle emitter to get that to work in the way we want it to. So this is going to be our particle. We'll emit these guys across that surface. We also need to get this weird structure in place and figure out how we're going to make that work. So let's see, we've got 49 minutes left. We're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and get a ground plane going. We'll get these guys going as particles, and I think then we'll just keep fleshing it out from there. So I'm going to create a mesh plane. I'm going to scale it up like this. I'll scale it on the Y as well. Grab it on the Y. I'm going to use this as kind of like my one of these sections, because these are in sections. These things here. So let's pull out. So you can see like we've got these sort of different groups, and then they're separated by these large separator things, which we'll need to figure out how to make as well. So let's scale this on the X. I'll go ahead and turn this thing into an emitter. So let's go here to particle. I'm not going to use hair because I want to give them kind of like random rotations. So I need to set my frame start and end to 1. I'm going to turn down my particles to like 200, maybe even just 100. Render, I'll select my object, and the object I will select will be the egg, and then I need to bring the scale up so they're not tiny, and then we need to fix their rotation. So I'll turn on rotation, and let's go for global Y. There we go. And 0 on the phase. Now what we can do is we can put some randomize in here in the rotation, and you can see that's going to kind of randomly tilt them off axis in different ways. Now they're being intersected by this plane, so we need to raise up this guy a little bit. So let's fix that. Let's go right to here, and I'll just select all, and I can just I'll turn off proportional editing. I can grab it on the Z and just bring it up. This is, again, the cheap way of just kind of changing your origin. When you have a particle system, it's a bit easier to do it that way in the mesh. You can actually just visually see it affect all the others. Now, we also have like the way they kind of attach to the ground. So I think they need a bit of like a ground plane thing. So let's maybe take this group right here, and let's just extrude it. Let's just extrude that out like this. Grab it down, scale it out, grab it down. Maybe E again, grab this down, scale this out, and grab it down like this, scale it out. All right, now there's some of them are sticking up, so our rotation might be a bit too intense, I think. So let's turn down the randomized rotation. There we go, and I might grab this guy again, select all, both of them, there we go. Edit mode, select all, grab Z, and just bring it down a touch more. Something like this, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll move this guy out of the way as well so that we're just looking at our bits. All right, now let's create some undulation to this ground plane. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna create a subdivision surface, but I want it to happen before the particle settings. So I'm gonna grab my particles and put them after. And I will turn up the levels on this to maybe 3, and then let's go to displace, and I'll drag this one up like that. I'm going to click new to create a new texture. I'll jump to the texture tab, and I'm going to go clouds, and I'll take my size. Actually, I might switch from clouds to Verona. I think that could be cool. Let's come back over here. And let's take our displacement, turn our strength down. And you can see by putting it before the particle system, it's actually affecting where the particles are being emitted. Bring my mid-level all the way down to this, I think. I'm going to turn this all the way up to like 6. Make sure I turn it there for render as well. I don't want to get caught out by that. And I'm going to shade smooth, and then I'm going to come over to that texture tab again, and I'll take my size and I'll bring it down, not too far. Let's just see, what do these do? Try just changing some of this stuff. I don't need to go overboard with this. Just need a bit of something to kind of break up the environment. So let's come back over to here. I may even add one more subdivision surface on this, although it's probably getting into intense territory for the scene. Make sure it's only set to 1. All right, now, looking cool, looking really cool. All right, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I might bring this down to 5 for now. Don't wanna go nuts with it. All right, let's keep going. I need to make this thing a little bit bigger, maybe, no, yep, scale on the X, possibly. let's figure out how we're going to do this this thing that's going to kind of intersect the group. So what does it look like? This looks like an array object. Like we could use an array to make this work. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We could just focus on making these individual sections and then array it out. And then it kind of morphs into this thing, which is kind of gross and disgusting. Same with all this, kind of comes out. So I think we could treat this as like 1, 2 objects. So this curved bit and then this bit. So let's make this bit first. Just drag this off to the side. And let's go Shift A cube and grab it up. Scale it up like this. Grab it on the Y. And let's see, it's just a rough kind of shape to it. So I'll grab this, come down, hit E to extrude, grab this up, just sort of scale it in a little bit. And then E again, grab it up, scale it out, E, and scale, and grab Z, bring it up just a little bit, E, grab Z, and scale it in like so. And that's kind of the rough sort of shape. I'm going to do a loop cut right down the side of this guy, switch to vertice mode, and I'm going to go transparent, double tap A to deselect all, and then I'm going to hit B to box select, and then box select those, and then delete them. And then what I'll do is I'll hit Alt to select that edge loop, and then I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to hit E to extrude, grab it on the Y, bring it out to about here, and then we're just going to look at making this section work for us first. So I'm going to grab, let's see, actually I'll bring this back so these are a bit more proportional in their size. I'm going to grab this group of faces. I'll deselect this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll create some loop cuts like this, because I want to have like, how's this going to work? I'll create loop cuts here, I think, just for simplicity. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it like that. And then I'll grab here and I'll just grab 1, 2, 3 for now. I'll hit E to extrude. So I'm going to go individual, layout, individual origins, and I'll scale down. And then I will grab it on the local, use my widget. Grab it on the normal, and I'll bring these guys in like that. No, that should work. I'll go like that. Also, it looks like I need to do this and select this set here. I'll just deselect these guys. I'm actually going to cut this down the middle. And I'll just grab it down a little bit so there's that curve to it. Okay. Now, I'll go ahead and clean this up by doing Control R, doing a loop cut right down the side, right down the middle like that. And then I'll go back to my edge mode, double tap A. I'll go into transparent mode. I'll select everything on this side. I'm going to hit X to delete the vertices. And we're going to grab here. We're going to go that modifier. I'm going to go mirror modifier. Boom, just like so. And then we can come out of this mode. Let's put on a subdivision surface modifier to get the rounded look that we need on this. So I'm going to go edit mode, shade smooth. So you can get these like round circle shapes. And then we just need to figure out where it needs to be firm and where it doesn't matter. It looks like we've got this section here is quite firm, and then we need to do an edge cut, I think right about here, like that, and then another one right here, so those stay really strong edges. And then I think we even need one like this. Okay, I think this is going to work pretty well. We just need to have the circular things that kind of curve out right about here. So let's make that by, I'll create a space for it. And then I'm going to grab the lower half like this, and I'll hit E to extrude, and I'll scale this thing up on everything except for the X. Scale, Shift X, is that gonna, no, look, I'll just scale it up and we'll fix those problems in a minute. I'll bring it out like this. Yeah, that should do it. And let's fix this section. So I want to take these vertices. We'll go to transparent mode again, right here and right here. And I want to position them on the 0 point on X, just so it lines up for our mirror modifier. And I want to also want to bring these guys down. So I'll select those and I'll select these as well. And I'm just going to bring them down like so. Now, all right, that's good. We are getting some weird tear here, but I'm not sure exactly why. Let me just double check that these guys are all on scale X0 and X0. Yeah, it's probably just because of that extra face that we have in there that we don't need. So I might delete that face. So we'll go to face mode, grab that face, delete face. There we go. Nice and clean. All right, now we've also got like these are like little lip edge things that kind of stick out here. So I think what I'll do is I'll also need all these guys to line up as well. So I'm gonna grab these edges, these vertices, and I'm gonna grab them on the Y, and I'm gonna bring them back to, where's this one at? This one's on, so that's where it's set at the Y. So I'll copy that value and I'll just paste this one. So it's at the same point. I'll switch to transparent mode, grab this rogue vertex that's down here, paste that one in. So I'm just moving these guys so that they're in line, because I'm going to array this and I want everything to kind of line up really nicely. I think these guys should be in the right spot. Yep. All right, now let's get this this other bit going. All right, we can delete this face too, right here. Delete face, bingo. And then let's grab this. How do these things look? Actually, we just need to grab some faces. So we'll grab this face, these guys, and it looks like it goes all the way down. So I'll just grab all of those. Anything else I need to grab? Nope. All right. So let's hit E to extrude, and then let's just drag this out like this, and then E to extrude it again, and I'll drag it out a little bit further, and then scale it on the Y down like this. Now we've got this edge that's kind of appearing like so, which is cool. Now we need to get the curve things. I might make this edge a little bit tighter right in here, like that. And now let's get those disc things happening. So I can probably just go, let's position, I'll put my cursor right here. So cursor 2 selected. We're at 34 minutes, everybody. Whew. All right, let's see. Let's take, I'll go shift, let's see, shift A. Let's add a, what do I want? Cylinder, yes, right here. Let's rotate on the X 90. So I'm putting this mesh inside the mesh, right? So it's a part of it, right? I'll bring this down like so. And then what I'll do is I'll do Control R and I'll do a double loop cut like that. I'll scale it on the Y. That's not going to work. Scale Y. Nope. Okay. I'll just, actually, it's probably fine the way it is. So I'll select this guy, hit L to select connected. And I will, let's see, what's it going to look like? We might need to separate this object out, actually. All right, I'll get it positioned correctly, and then I'll just create it as a separate object, I think. So yeah, let's do P, separate by selection. Get out of edit mode, grab this guy, go ahead and shade smooth, and let's go ahead and throw an array on this one. I'm going to get rid of this mirror modifier and probably the subdivision surface. I think so. Shade flat, shade smooth. Yeah. And let's grab forward on the Y. Let's go ahead and grab an array. Where are you, array? Array modifier. We're going to set the factor to 0 in that direction, but we want to go 1 on the Y. These things are really tight knit. So I might create a little bit of a gap so we've got some shading difference. And let's increase the count. We'll come right up to about here, I think. So is that 18? And then what I want to do is I'm going to merge this in to this section right here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this, right? And then I'm going to take this, shift select, and then I'm going to forget the hotkey for join. Join, Control J. So join those meshes together. There we go. All right. Save the project. Good reminder. Okay, so let's see. Now, it's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take this thing now, and we're going to extend it out, all right? So I want to make sure I don't get too heavy. Mirror modifier, we could probably keep. Let's add in the array modifier and see what happens. I'm going to put it, where do I want to put it? Oh, that's true. Okay, all right. That's true. We don't want to array this whole thing. I want to take this, and we just want to array, which part? This part. This part right here. Not this part. So I need to separate out this section here. So let's grab, how can I do this? I'm going to do a loop cut like that, and I'm going to Control plus to expand my selection. And I'm also going to, these don't line up. So this is gonna cause me issues if I do a full array of all that stuff. I need to like create a dividing point that's equal. So maybe I can put one more loop cut in, scale it on the Y to 0, scale Y 0, and then grab it on the Y and bring it right over to like here. And then what we'll do is I'll go into transparent mode, switch to this front side, so what is it? This view? No, this view. We're gonna go to the vertex mode. Where are we at? All right, and let's double tap A. I'll select all of this, and then I want to deselect these guys. So let's just shift select that group there. Okay, and now I want to do select, invert my selection. So now I've got all of this selected. Again, I want to get rid of these guys. Zoom right in here. Get rid of this group here. I might even just get rid of that whole section, I think. And then I'll take this and I'll Control P, separate. Oh, sorry, P, separate by selection. Okay, get out of edit mode. Now I can take this bit, which is now an independent section all by itself, and I can use this with the array modifier. And what we can do is we could set this to 0, and then we could set this one to 1, and then we can expand our count out. Bingo, that's what we're after. And now we got the thing that comes all the way out. Now, the next challenge is, let's check our reference. Bring it up. Where are your reference? Here you go. Is that it curves up, but it also kind of changes and it morphs into this other sort of like rib structure thing, which is really gross. Just in case you didn't know, it's really gross. It is gross. Let's see. Also got to make sure we save time for shaders. Yeah, we're at 28 minutes. All right, pressure's on. We haven't even done like atmosphere and stuff. We haven't even switched to rendered view. Oh man, this is crazy. All right. I could try and I think what I'll do is I'll just expand my count out a bit further to like 23. Okay, and then I'm going to apply this. Let Blender think about it. Come on, Blender, don't die on me. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna force quit. I believe in you. All right, let's force quit. Let's get out. No, there we go. We made it. Okay. What I want to try and do is morph this thing up. So I'm going to use a new modifier. This could be the like worst idea ever because of how slow it's going. In which case we want to like just simplify and just focus on what we've got. Bezier curve. Come on. Grab this. Shift S. Selection to cursor. Okay. So now basically we've got this this curve is exactly in line with the thing. So now what I can do is, and I should be able to just drag this up like so. And now let's see what happens. I'm gonna save, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna go modifier. Actually, I'm gonna turn my subdivisions on the viewport all the way off. I'm gonna add the curve modifier. I'm gonna select the curve, and my deform axis should be on the Z, negative Z. No, is this not gonna work? Why? It's flattening it out, bugger. All right, this one's not gonna work for us. Let's try what else could I use? And bend, and Y, it's not gonna do it. None of these are gonna do what I want. None of these are gonna do what I want. Ah! Okay, all right, we're all right. Let's just go into edit mode, and let's just brute force this. Side, so 3. We'll come over here, and I'll just grab this section here, and we're gonna just keep this proportional editing mode turned on, and we're gonna grab it on the Z, like this, bring it up, and then rotate on the X like this, which is just awful. I may just have to make that work. And then if I get out of transparent mode. All right, so at least we've got this thing going up. Maybe we can hide with our camera angle that it's doing this weird kind of roller coaster curve. Let's take this, and I'm going to, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to take this and I want to duplicate it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go Shift D. I'm going to grab it on the X and bring one over here. I need to also get this thing, don't I? So let's delete that. Grab select Shift D, grab X, bring this out here like so, right? And then we're going to do another one, Shift D, grab it on the X like so. I'm not going to use the array modifier for this because that's just going to destroy the system if we're not careful. And maybe one more, Shift D, grab X, and just bring it out. Again, I'm just eyeballing this, right? All right, so this, we need to go into edit mode because I want to keep my displacement working. So I'm just going to extrude this a couple of times. I've just got my proportional editing turned on still. Turn that off. All right, E, grab X, boom. E, grab X, boom. E, grab X, boom. All right, this side over here, E, grab X. All right, now we need to increase the number of particles, right? Because we got a ton of particles on here. So I'm going to take this up to 500. Okay, so now they're all over the place. Now what we can do is we just need to get like something that's up here. I wonder if we could like harvest this somehow and use it to build out what we need for this thing here without having to spend any extra time modeling. So let's look at this from the side view. I'm going to just go into transparent mode. I'm going to box select this whole bit like so, and I'm going to hit Shift D to duplicate, escape, and I'm going to hit P to separate by selection. I'm going to go out of edit mode, and I'll grab this thing. I'm going to grab it on the X. We're going to bring it over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to scale it on the X, and we're just going to scale it out like that, right? Scale X, bring it down, because we don't have time. We don't have time to figure this out anymore, do anything too fancy. Let's grab this on the X. Actually, could we, because we really need, let's look at this from the top view. How are we going for time? 18 minutes. This has got to be the most intense episode we've ever had. I'm going to grab this here, and I'll grab this on the X and bring it out. Proportional editing, maybe? No. No. Expand my selection a bit. Bring it out. No. Turn that off. Come on. Let's go like this. Is that going to give it to me? Yep, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. All right, I'm going to come into here, and I need to do the same thing on the other side. So double tap A, B, we're going to box select this. I'm just going to expand my selection and then drag this over and just hope that it's somewhat the same. And then we're good. So we'll take this and we'll just kind of bring it down a bit so it intersects into there. I'm going to Shift D. We're gonna grab it on the X, bring it over. We're gonna grab it on the X, just line it up in the middle, Shift D one more time, grab it on the X, line it up, bring it in. Okay, great. Now we need to get a camera that works. So let's grab, actually I'm gonna Shift D this as well, bring it over just so we've got a little bit more room. I'm gonna Shift A camera, bam, we're gonna jump into our camera view. We're gonna lock our view to the camera. We're gonna pull back, get a nice view going. Something where we can see the eggs and see these guys, but also not have to see the edge of our scene. I'm gonna just zoom this in a little bit. We're gonna go into here, we're gonna turn on viewport display, passport 2. I'm just gonna turn this up so I don't get distracted. I'm gonna change my lens size to maybe a 24. I'm gonna lock my camera to view again. 24 is a bit too wide for what we're trying to pull off. I'm gonna go 35. We're gonna lock our camera to view. We're gonna just kind of come in a little bit like this. Maybe look down some so we don't see all that jazz, and then just kind of pick a frame here-ish. We need to take this group here and just Shift D and grab it on the X, just like that. Shift D, grab it in the X, just so we fill out our frame. I'm gonna unlock my camera view so I don't mess up that. Let's switch to rendered view. Now what we need to do is create a lamp. So I'm gonna create a sun lamp. We've got 16 minutes left. So I'm gonna rotate that sun lamp, find myself a really cool atmospheric look, and then we need to start working on these eggs. So I'm gonna take the eggs, I'm gonna split my view here, and I'm gonna go to shader editor, all right? I'm gonna save so I don't forget, because man, we don't wanna lose it. We're doing good. Okay, let's get this out of the way. We need to zoom in a little bit. Now, if the computer crashes right now, that'd be really bad, so everyone cross your fingers for me that doesn't happen. Okay, now, we need to get some nastiness on these guys. So we're gonna just turn our base color down. Oh, we've got the ground. We don't even have the bit that we want, but that's all right. We're gonna grab a noise texture and a color ramp. Not vertex color. What is it? I always do that. Shift D. Color ramp. We got 15 minutes, everybody. Boom, boom, boom. Factor into the factor. All right. Now we're gonna throw this guy into the. What am I doing? I'm gonna create a bump. I'm gonna just go to bump. We're just gonna allow the bump to like carry this for us. So I'm gonna take color into the height. I'll take the normal into the normal. There we go. We're gonna take our roughness on this down, I think, because I want to have it be nice and specky. So we'll come up like that. I'm gonna take my scale right up like this. I'm gonna take some distortion, get a little bit of that gross distortion in there. Let's take the roughness up a little bit, actually, because I don't think it's going to be fully slime-tastic. All right, let's hold on that one. Now let's come over to the eggs. Let's grab our egg object right here. We're going to assign the same material to it. And then what I'm going to do is click that little button there to make a duplicate material. And then I can turn the scale down on these guys a whole lot. So let's bring that scale down on them. And take my strength. And I'll just bring the strength down a touch on these cats. I'll bring this up, just create a little bit more strong contrast on there. Now they're looking a bit like not quite the way we want them to look. So I'm gonna bring their roughness up on these guys. I'm gonna bring my base color down. And I think I'm gonna take my clear coat and I'm gonna turn up the clear coat and give them a really wet kind of exterior. I will drag the clear coat roughness up a touch. Let's see, pull this like so. So we get these little bit of, specular blips on them. Now, there's more color on the egg, right? So the lip stuff has got a slightly different color variation, but again, no time. Let's take our subsurface maybe and crank it up a touch and see what that does. Hope that doesn't kill the stream entirely. Yeah, I think this is going to be, subsurface is going to be not the right look for these eggs. I don't think they've got a subsurface kind of style going on for them. All right. So now let's see, what is the, where's my reference? Let's pull this back up. All right. So these guys are pretty just like standard gray, slick grossness. So let's come over here and we'll just apply material 2 to these. And I'm just going to select all of these guys. Actually, before I do that, I'll just make it a new one. It's material 3. I'll select everything that I want to have this material. There we go. Not the camera, not that, none of that stuff. And I'm gonna go here, copy material 2 selected. That'll put it on all these guys. Material 3. All right, looking good. Now I could just change the size again on these guys. And we need to change the coordinate mode. So let's go to texture coordinate, pop this here. We got 12 minutes. We're gonna go generate it into the vector. That's gonna give it kind of a uniform look. Okay, now we've put the wrong material on these guys because they're not updating properly. So let's make sure we get that right. To here, to here, to here, to here. Pull this, pull this, pull this. We're gonna go material 3, copy material 2 selected. And that's got material 3. All right, now what I could do is I could change my scale on this, which is looking pretty good. And let's just keep this frame in mind. All right, now we need to start adding some atmosphere to this. So we've got 12 minutes. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna give myself a little more room to view this because I need to see this. These eggs look gross. Let's fix the egg though. The scale's not quite right. I need to bring the scale up on these, and I need to bring the bump right down, like so. They also need some like distortion on them and stuff, but no time. All right, I'm gonna save again. Now let's grab our atmosphere. So I'm gonna go up here to my world, bring this over. I'm gonna grab a volume scatter node. I'm gonna pipe this into the volume. Let Blender catch up. All right, we can do this. We can do this. We got 11 minutes. All right, I'm gonna bring my density down to like maybe 0.05, maybe? No, more than that. 0.01. There we go. Anisotropy. I'll play with that anisotropy a little bit. We're gonna give this kind of a bluish tint. I'm gonna take my light. I'm gonna give it a blue tint as well. Not too much. I'll take the strength up on this like that, and it's not quite the right look, is it? Now we also need to get a point light in our scene. Where is it? Jump out of my camera. Where's my point light? Point light, all right, there you are. All right, grab it over here, down, back into our camera, and I'll put it right about here. Now this needs to be like this kind of like searing hot blue. Grab X, grab Y, right? Because there's this like thing that goes on in this environment where we get this like laser thing. We gotta figure out how to do that. So I'm gonna create a cube. I'm gonna scale it up. I'm gonna grab it on the X, grab it on the Y. We're just gonna get it in our scene. All right, I'm gonna scale it on the, let's see, X, scale Y. Come on, 10 minutes, here we go. Scale on the Y, scale on the Z, bring it down, grab it up, scale this thing on the X till it's out, scale it on the Y till it's, I just want just enough so that we've got it in our shot. I don't wanna overkill it on this because I'm gonna put a volume on it. All right, cool. Now let's add a new shader to this guy, and let's go into our object shader. Let's come here. I'm just going to get rid of the principled BSDF. I'm going to type in principled volume. I'm going to plug this into the volume, and then I'm going to come over here and we're going to grab Veroni maybe, or no, let's go noise. I'm going to use the distortion. So I'm going to grab a noise texture. All right, I'm going to put this into a color ramp. We got 9 minutes. Color ramp, bam, bam, bam. So factor into the factor. We're gonna take this guy and we're gonna stick this into the emission strength. I'll make the emission color like the sort of neon-y blue that we've got. I'll bring this down and I'll increase my scale up a little bit. I also need to increase my slices, but I can get to that in a second. Density, I also want this to affect the density, I think. So I'll plug that in there, let it catch up. Bingo, now we're talking. All right, so I'm gonna bring the scale up on this and I'll put some distortion in it. Maybe the scale back down. We got 8 minutes. Scale down, scale down, scale down, scale down. Come on. Give me a good look, give me a good look. We might have to just live with that. Okay, I can bring this down a little bit more so we can still see some of our floor. Now this light that we've got is kind of just killing the atmosphere, right? Because it's just sort of blasting things from the side, and it's just not looking good. Not looking good. Also want it to kind of match our green haze a little bit. Let's bring it into like this, maybe like a darker, richer blue. Maybe even darken it up, something like that, possibly. This lamp's not working for me. I don't see this doing good. I might I might hide it over here just for atmosphere, maybe? Can I do that? Can I get rid of that? X, Y. This is like the magic part where everything comes together or completely falls apart. So let's hope that it all comes together. Just pull that to there. I might Shift D, move this around, grab it on the X. I'm just trying to find little accents, right? That I can light in our scene so that we've got just a bit of this extra detail showing up. That's cool. Maybe one more. Grab it on the Y. Let's bring it like over here. I'm just hiding them behind the eggs. No particular logic behind it. It's just sort of just trying to, you know, make it look good, right? Because you have different points of interest. Okay, what are we doing? We got 6 minutes. Okay, I feel like we kind of wrangled this thing into a good spot. Let's go to the world, and I'm gonna increase my. I'm gonna play with the anisotropy. See what the different options give us. Yeah, I feel like we had a good one. I'm gonna change my density up to maybe 1.5, just to make it a little bit foggier. All right, now let's think. We only want to focus on stuff that we can actually see, so the stuff that we're actually going to be affecting. We could possibly, man, I can't believe we just landed where we are. This is looking really good. Okay, now, because I'm using Eevee, right, it limits my options in terms of lights. So things like a spot lamp and stuff, they're not going to really give us anything extra. But I think that's okay. Gosh, I'm just having a bit of a brain fart. What do I want to do next? What could be really good? I mean, this looks great. It would be good to create a little bit of definition in the lip area of these eggs. I think that's a good use of time. So let me switch to material mode. I'm going to pop out. I'm going to go to my egg, wherever it's at. Here it is. And let's see what we can add on. So I'm going to grab my face mode, and I'm going to grab all these. And I'll grab these. I'll grab these. And I'll grab these just like that. I'll also grab the top sections. So I'll just select these guys just like so. And I'm just gonna create like a bit of a lighter material for these eggs, okay? So I'm gonna add a new material to the egg. I'm gonna assign the same material, and then I'm gonna hit that little double paper icon to create a new material. I'm gonna come over here to my object shader. And with this one, what I can do is I can brighten it up a little bit. So I can take this base color, make it a bit brighter, and like give it a bit of a pinkish tint to it. And oh wait, that's right, we're going to assign it. So then I click assign, right? So now that's going to be on there. Now what I can do is I can jump back to my camera to actually view this thing in render view. And you can see it just gives us that little bit of extra definition that just really helps kind of sell these guys a little bit. I don't want to go overboard on it, right? You just want to touch, because it's that little bit of extra detail that makes a world of difference. We got 4 minutes. All right. Let's see. What else could we do? I mean, we could create a spaceman, right? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Whew. Let's see. Let's work on. I feel like these bits are a bit gross. They're not connecting. I'm kind of not too worried about that though. I could go into edit mode and let's select these edges here and maybe just grab this in so they intersect a little bit more. Yeah, that cleans that up a little bit. Jump over to this one, edit mode, select that edge, pull that in just a little bit. There we go. All right, now let's we can create some like snaky vine things on the ground. I think that's probably a good idea. So let's jump back to our egg. Okay, I'm gonna go back to flat shaded mode. We're gonna go over to the egg, and let's see if we can't add something else to the mesh of these guys. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna go shift, actually I'll select, we got 3 minutes. I'm gonna select one of these vertices, shift S, cursor to selected. I'm gonna go shift A, can I add in, no, we can't do that. All right, think. Let's leave edit mode. I'm gonna create a curve, a Bezier. I'm gonna go ahead and extrude this Bezier, okay? See if we've got time for this. I don't know, we're kind of stretching a bit. We're gonna go depth, take the offset down, extrude down as well. And I can go into edit mode and just kind of like rotate this. And this one here, grab this up here, pull this in, rotate this like that. I can extrude it, pull it out, rotate on the Z like this. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. I can Alt S to like taper it down a little bit. E, grab this and bring it over here like so. I'm gonna rotate it and then rotate it again like that, I think, and then rotate it like that. And then grab this one, maybe Alt S and scale it up a little bit like so. I'm gonna leave edit mode. I'm gonna bring this down so it's just sitting on the surface. And then what I want to do is I want to take this and I'll Shift D, I'll rotate on the Z, bring it around, Shift D, rotate on the Z, bring it here, Shift D, we're going to rotate on the Z. I'm just going to see if I can get away with using the same one over and over again. All right, I got to switch my mode here. Final 2 minutes. We got our climax music playing. Hopefully you can hear it. Pull that up. All right, Shift D, rotate Z. I'm just going to make a bunch of these and we'll see what happens. I'll just shift select all of these guys. We're gonna Shift D the whole group, rotate on the Z, just bring them around weird ways. Okay, and now I'm gonna select all of them like this. Bam, bam, bam. And what we're gonna do is first we're gonna convert them. So F3, convert, convert from, let's see, from curve to mesh. Bam, and that didn't work at all. Undo, let's try that again. Why did that not work? Grease pencil from, oh, that's why. Convert, 1 minute left. Convert, mesh from curve, that's it. Now we're gonna go join, so Control J, right? And then Shift select, Control J again. Okay, now jump back into our camera and then let's switch back to rendered view. And now you can see we've got some of these guys are coming through. They're not all coming through, but that's all right because we've got the different levels of stuff. We've got 37 seconds. I wonder if I can bring them out a little bit. Oh gosh, I don't want to mess this up. Let's go to flat shaded mode. I got 30 seconds. I'm gonna go into there, select all. I'm gonna jump back into here. I'm gonna jump back into rendered view. 21 seconds, and I'm gonna grab on Z. Just move them up ever so slightly. Exit edit mode, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. Oh, man. Whew. All right, that was really intense. I mean, it's going to take me like hours, I think, to come down off the adrenaline rush that it was this episode. Man, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you really enjoyed this. This was live. If you're here watching it live, naturally, if you're watching the replay, it's not live, but that happens in the future, so not my problem. Once November's over, we're going to stop Sci-Fi Blitz for a while. We'll reassess. We haven't decided if we're doing a second season yet of the show, so if you really are enjoying it, please let us know. Throw it in the comments. Give us a like, all that jazz, so that we know that you guys are keen to see more Sci-Fi Blitz. Be sure to check out the Blender Cookie, CG Cookie, sorry, Blender Cookie, the CG Cookie website where you can become a free member to get access to this project file once we post it up. So I'll post a link in the description. I'll see you next episode of Sci-Fi Blitz. All right, everybody, I will catch you later. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for joining us today. See you later. Bye.
And this could be a complete disaster. All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go.